Hey everybody, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Come on in. Come on in and share and invite your followers as you're coming in. You hit my head of security there at the bottom. Also hearts. So let's come on in and get started. A couple of reminders. I'm not going to keep you guys long. A couple of reminders. 31 days of Proverbs still going on. It's not too late to get in. There's still 12 more days left in the year, so don't feel like, you know what, it's the 19th. I'm not going to start. You can start right now and get caught up and just read a chapter of Proverb a day and post your favorite verse to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, every day. So it's not too late to get in and invite your followers for that. Also continuing to pray for our 7 points of prayer, divine connections and open doors and closed doors and just supernatural creativity and resources, etc. That was in the message. There's an army rising up, so you can go back and listen to that if you missed it. And also last week we finished up our series on The Purge, The Purge. And just talking about getting ready for the next season and letting go of associations and habits and making room in our finances to receive from God, making room, cleaning out our thoughts. Friday we talked about time management. So if you missed any of that, go back and listen to it. I had to re-download the Facebook app, so if I shared the link on Facebook, the YouTube link, you probably didn't see it. I learned about all their algorithms and whatnot, so you can go back to YouTube and listen to all those as well if you missed them. Alright, so today I'm just going to hit these 3 really quickly, continuing to prepare me, myself, and you guys for this next year. We're claiming and naming a whole lot of things that we believe that God's going to do, but we got to renew our minds in the process. So today we're going to be talking about 3 lies to stop telling yourself in 2017. 3 lies to stop telling yourself in 2017. And the first one is this: I don't have time. I don't have time. Write these down. That's the first lie to stop telling yourself. I don't have time. So on Friday, that was the whole message. It was titled, Who Promised You Tomorrow? And the whole thing, the whole premise was the fact that we just continue to put things off and say that we don't have time, but we find time to binge watch TV. We find time for social media. We find time to hang out with people and do whatever else. Now, are all those things bad? No, they're not. But when they're coming in the way of what you know God's called you to do, or areas that you're trying to learn and grow and increase in, that's a problem. And priorities are out of order. So we can't say, well, I didn't have time to go back to school, or I don't have time to read my Bible, but you just sat there and watched 5 hours of TV. So that's just showing you what was more important to you at that time. So we don't have a time issue. We have a priority issue. We have time management issues, but we don't have time issues, right? We all have the same 24 hours every single day, and I don't care how hard you pray, guess what's not going to happen? No time is going to be added on to your day and, versus somebody else. I don't care how hard you pray, but you got to prioritize and figure out what is more important, what's going to push you closer to your destiny and all the things that you desire. So again, you can pray for finances all you want, but if you're not willing to take 30 minutes to do your budget to make sure that you are maintaining what it is that God's blessed you with, you're going to continue to keep praying and asking and hoping and wishing because we don't have the processes in place to maintain the things that we are praying for. So that's the first lie, right? I don't have time. Stop it. Just say, I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. I don't feel like it, but I don't have time. Gotta go. All right? The second thing is this: I don't have money. I don't have money, or I don't have the resources. That is another lie that we tell ourselves and others, right? Because when we really want something, somehow, some way, we are able to find money to do it, right? I didn't have money to give to the church, but I somehow found $200-300 to buy some new Jordans when they came out. right? And it's holiday week. Christmas is coming up. I know everybody's out there shopping. Hopefully you are not going into debt this holiday season. That is not what Christmas is about at all. So you can give all your gifts this week, and then you're going to be paying for it come January, all through the end of next year, and just keep the cycle going. So the fact that we continue to say, well, I don't have money, no, again, it's priority. I didn't want to spend my money on that. It wasn't important enough to me, right? That's where your heart is, there your treasure is also. So all you got to do is really look at your bank statement, your credit card statement, your giving statement, and that's going to show you where your priorities are. It's the truth, right? That's where our priorities are. So that's the next lie. And then support. I say resources, that could be money, and it could also be human resources in a way of support and people supporting your vision. Well, I don't have anybody supporting me. God is bigger than all of that, okay? God is so much bigger. Or we say, people are holding us back, or my manager is not helping. Dude, call on God for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He is bigger than all of that. He can move and shift and work behind the scenes and everything. So we don't want to just be complacent and get lazy and get stuck in our old thinking if we want to get free and really move forward next year. So let's stop telling the lie, I don't have money, I don't have the resources, when it's just not a priority to us. And then the last one is this: I'm waiting on God. I'm waiting on God. That is another lie that we need to just throw out for 2017, because it's so funny, right? When we're waiting on God, somehow we are waiting on God to get revelation and everything, to do what He's asked us to do do what we know He's put in our heart to do. But did we wait on God when we, slept with that person that we weren't married to? We weren't waiting on God then. We didn't wait on God. We did what we wanted to do, didn't we? Right? We didn't wait on God when we didn't have the money and charged up credit cards. We didn't wait on God. We did what we wanted to do. But when it comes to sacrificing and things that we are unsure of, and when it's inconvenient and uncomfortable, all of a sudden, well, I gotta wait on God for that. I gotta wait on God, or we need a million signs and wonders before we go and do what He told us to do. I think it was Gideon in the Bible, and he's like, okay, God, if this is you, I'm gonna put this cloth right here, and if it's you, I want this to stay dry, and everything else around it needs to be wet, and I'll know it's you. And God did it. And then He said, okay, if it's really you, I want this to be wet, and then everything else around it to be dry, and God did it. And He's like, okay. So sometimes we get the signs, we get the confirmation, whether it be from other people, whether it's from the Word of God or whatever else, and we still will sit there and be like, nah, I don't know. And I mean, at the end of the day, faith, yeah, it's risky, right? To our flesh, it's like, I don't really know if I want to do this because it's going to cost me something. I might look foolish and everything else. And that's fine. We address those feelings, but we can't say we're waiting on God, especially when we know He told us to do something. It's no, I'm afraid. Like, we got to be real with it, because again, you can't fix what you're not willing to face, and we're not really facing the truth all the time. We're sitting here lying to ourselves. It says our heart is deceitful above all else. It is, and so we got to lean into God and allow Him to search our heart, right, and reveal the truth of our heart so that we can deal with it and move forward. But we got to stop lying to ourselves. And again, I think I posted, I don't remember which day it was, the proverb, and it was just talking about, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. Period. So we can either speak life over the things that we've been called to do, or speak death in it. And we speak death by saying, I don't have. Well, I'm just doing this. And we're just lying over and over and over again. And we're stuck year after year after year. So if you truly want 2017 to be better than this year, we got to stop lying. We got to get to the truth of the matter and just say, you know what, God, forgive me. I repent. I was afraid, or whatever the case is. I didn't have the desire. I didn't have the will, but I want you to help me do this. I want you to help me get this stuff done. I want to honor you. I have faith in you. Strengthen my faith, right? I do believe, but help my unbelief. So just be honest with God. He already knows your heart anyway. He knows us better than we know ourselves. So he will help us. So that's it. It's quick today. I just want to give you those 3 things, and they're going to help you. It's so simple, but if you stop lying, I don't have time, I don't have money, and I'm waiting on God, that right there will probably solve 75 to 85% of your productivity issues. Promise. Applying it in my own life. So I love you guys. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can do that at Arianne Maccabee, and also visit my website www.ariannemaccabee.com. And while you're there, you can also click the link for my first book, Destined to Fly, The Pursuit of Purpose. So thank you guys for tuning in again, and continue to share and like and invite your followers and give hearts, and I'll meet you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.